Hey, honey, you're a week late.
It's been a hectic work week, but I promised you Cyburst, so I'm gonna give you Cyburst right now. Right now. Right now. It's. It's raining. I can't bring my cards out here. I'll figure it out. Hi, Riser Arkin. And getting onto that Cyber's deck, I'm so sorry. I am an entire week late. Literally, 2 guys at work got sick. The entire crew consisted of 3 people. And I'm going to tell you now. 105-hour rotation schedule for 2 weeks is... It's not fun. But we're here to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!, not talk about me. I did want to apologize in advance. So we're going to talk about Marincess, because they are cybers. They are incredibly fun. And at one point in time, they were actually kind of a strategy, believe it or not. So today we're going to be talking about this Cyberse deck, Marincess, and actually, even though it was kind of competitive in more OTK formats, I'm not running Access Code Talker in this deck right now. Access Code Talker is spoken for in another deck, and so are some of my hand traps. So we can actually kind of go ahead and try to use imagination with some of these hand traps. Just letting you know. But this is actually a really fun deck. Really fun. And it link climbs like none other. So your openers, I run 3 Marincess Blue Tang. She's great because when she's summoned, she mills from the deck, sends 1 Marincess from the deck to the graveyard, which in this deck there are a lot of targets for that. And when she's used for link material, she can go ahead and excavate the 3 top cards of the deck, add a Marincess card, and then shuffle herself back in. Now this one is kind of like your solid soldier, because with her, when she's normal or special summoned, she goes ahead and summons out another Marincess. And they all have some sort of graveyard effect, but it's never the turn that they're sent to the graveyard, which is kind of... So you can target a Marincess spell or trap in your graveyard and add it to your hand by banishing this card, which is really good. Some targets for Blue Tang to send to the graveyard, in all honesty. And I run 3 Mandarin. And Mandarin is awesome because she can actually summon herself to where a link monster points to, and you're going to be link climbing like crazy in this deck. Like, that is the thing you do with this deck. Now, she can do that from the hand or the graveyard, but she does banish herself the turn that she uses that effect. Marincess Seahorse kind of has the same deal-y, but it does have very much that not the same turn that she was sent to the graveyard clause, which really, I hate that. But all of these help link in. As a matter of fact, if you get the right hand, you can actually link immediately into a link 4 right away, which is incredible. I like this deck for that reason. I am playing another couple Marincess cards. I am playing Crown Tail. Crown Tail is interesting. She kind of uses herself as a hand trap. Because during damage calculation, if a monster would destroy one of your cards, you can actually send one Marincess card from your hand to the graveyard and then special summon this card from your hand, and then there's no damage from the battle. She's a level 5. I do play her at 2. I would probably replace her with 2 Ash Blossoms, but as it is, those are the only Marincess monsters I'm playing in the deck currently. And then I am also playing Tenye Spirit, Shatana, which is a free special summon, and it is an aqua, or a water, I should say, attribute. So with him, if I don't control any effect monsters, I can go ahead and just special summon him out for free, which does help with the linking. A lot of the lower level, or Link 1, Link 2, all the Link 1 Marincess require a level 4 or lower Marincess monster to link with, but the Link 2 and higher actually do use water monsters. So he's great to have in the deck for that reason. Also, I am running 2 Gamma Seal because I don't like Dragoon. I don't like Zeus. I like to be able to tribute those things away. But that is the only kaijus I'm running. And of course, they're water themed. So why not, right? This is a fun deck. Now with the hand traps, literally just using an array of hand traps. Obviously, I'm using Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood because water. Ghost Bell to stop graveyard activated effects, Effect Veiler, and then, Red Blossoms from Underroot. You could put any hand traps in here. You can put Nibiru, you can put Ash Blossom. I just have them in other decks right now, so they're spoken for, but there are 6 open slots for hand traps because those Crown Tails, you can substitute them for hand traps. Super important though is Marincess Battle Ocean because it does boost your Marincess monsters and it keeps them from getting affected by effects. It keeps them from being affected by effects, which is amazing. There's also a Link monster in here. When used with Battle Ocean and used as Link material, your Marincess monsters literally just become invulnerable. Well, not entirely, because if Battle Ocean goes, then you lose all of that. I am playing a Foolish Burial, a Called by the Grave, and a Pot of Avarice in this deck because you will be milling your Marincess monsters a lot, and it's good to be able to draw 2. Called by the Grave because the last thing you want is to be ashed. And then Foolish Burial to send Seahorse or Mandarin. Sometimes you need that in order to extend your plays. Cynet Mining, because with this deck you can feed the graveyard, and you can. They're all Cybursts. All of your Marincess monsters are Cybursts, so you can just grab one from your deck to your hand. So this is a great way to get your Marincess monsters faster. Honestly, these are going to be your 2 openers. This is really what you want to see because this is full combo right here, no joke. this gets out everything. So if you're going to use your Cynet mining, be using that. Now, all of these traps, because this does play traps, and I've thought about it, they all do things with the Marincess Link monsters. And I'm going to explain them a little bit. Marincess Wave, probably your more important one, because it allows you to target one face-up monster your opponent controls and negate that monster's effects until the end of the turn. Now, this one's not an infinite one, but that's great. Now, if you control a Link 2 or higher Marincess monster, all your face-up monsters you currently control are unaffected by card effects. I know it's kind of like, well, but you've got Marincess Battle Ocean. Trust me. That's the bee's knees. Now, if you have a Link 3 or higher, you can actually just straight activate it from the hand, which is fantastic. And like I said, in one turn, you probably will be controlling a Link 4 Marincess. Now this one, if one of your Link monsters destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the Link rating by 400, which isn't super great, but the other way around, a Link 2 or higher inflicts damage, they get 500 times the Link rating, which is okay. I mean, you could really substitute this for other cards, but it's a Marincess card, and with that mill with Blue Tang, sometimes you just need the extra stuff. Cascade, well, Cascade, banish any number of Marincess Link monsters you control until the next standby phase, until your next standby phase, and target one face-up monster on the field. It gains attack equal to the total Link rating of the banished monsters times 300 until the end of this turn. And if you control a Link 3 or higher, of course, you can activate it from your hand. Which is really cool. Cascade and Marincess Wave actually have that ability. Now, Snow, actually, I don't know why I don't run more Snow. If a Marincess monster, a Link monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, target one of those monsters, special summon one Marincess Link monster from your extra deck with a lower Link rating. It's considered a Link summon. Straight up. Which, in all honesty, sometimes really helps. But often, because you're using Battle Ocean, you're not going to be seeing a lot of effects destroying you. It's going to be by battle. Now, this extra deck is super awesome. I love Blue Slug. This right here, straight up, you could target a Marincess monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. And then the only thing that you can special summon afterwards are water monsters. Whoop-de-doo. Guess what we have a lot of? Water monsters. Sea Angel actually grabs your Battle Ocean. Straight up, flat out. Of course, you can only Link summon her once per turn. I am running Mr. Starboy because, 500 to those water monsters and negative 400 to those fire monsters is not terrible. Marincess Crystal Heart is really, really good. You use that for Link material, and whatever is in your extra monster zone as its Link material with Battle Ocean out, I mean, boom. That and it stops battles. Coral, an enemy, I'll be honest, I usually don't use her except to Link climb, but her ability to special summon stuff to the Link arrows that she points to is actually pretty cool. And then Marbled Rock. This is usually where I end on, depending on the hand I get, is Marbled Rock. She's pretty cool. So you can go ahead, if once per turn when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send one Marincess monster from your hand to the graveyard. And for that battle, this monster cannot be destroyed by battle or take battle damage. That's actually really cool. And of course, you can go ahead and add Marincess monsters from your graveyard to your hand, so she kind of fuels herself. Now, those aren't all the link monsters, but those are to help you link climb. I've got the boss monsters, Marincess Wonderheart, 2, and then Bubble Reef. Now, I could run Access Code Talker in here, but I do run one Abyss Dweller instead, only because graveyard effects, I mean, it works. But I do want to focus on these two real quick, because, so Marincess Bubble Reef is pretty cool. She gains attack, and she mills your stuff, and then she recycles the stuff to your field from the banish zone. And then Wonderheart is, it's kind of like your OTK with her. Per damage calculation, if this card battles a monster, you can special summon one of your Marincess monster cards equipped to this card. Oh yeah, Battle Ocean equips monsters, link monsters, to other link monsters, which is pretty cool. But this can stop battle damage. So this is I like the deck. I feel like the deck is all gas, but in all honesty, it's really fun. Normally what we do is we go ahead and we do a deck video and a combo video, but because I've missed an entire week and I feel bad, guess what? We're actually going straight into the combo video right now, which is something I don't do. I'm going to try to keep this short because there's a couple of combos. We're going to do some hand tests because the reality is I like hand tests better, but the combo is get out Piscalis, get out Blue Tang, and like I said, you have full combo from there. All right, what do you say we give this one good hard shuffle? I do actually really like this deck. It does combo off nicely, and it's got one objective. Big water chicks go burr. And I think that's why I like it so much, because it literally is just big water chicks go burr. All right, so we're going to assume that we're going first, which in all honesty may not be a bad idea for this deck. So opening hand, Crown Tail, Seahorse, Blue Tang, and Signet Mining. So first thing I would do, remember she can't activate her effect the first time that she's in the graveyard, so I'd probably go ahead and play Signet Mining in order to ditch Blue Tang to grab Piscalis. And this is where everything is just, this is so cool. So Piscalis, where are you? There you are. Hard shuffle, and they're still right next to each other. Yay. All right, so remember, when Piscalis is normal summoned, she can special summon out another Marincess. From here, Blue Tang is going to send to the graveyard, and we're going to send, oh, there she is, Mandarin, to the graveyard. Now, this is where link shenanigans happen. All right. So, first thing that we're going to do, this is our hand. We're going to keep our hand down here. We're going to say this is the field here. We're going to use up here for the links, down here for the spells and traps. So, first things first. Boom. Link. Now, when we link off into Blue Slug, because that's the first thing that we want to do, it's going to allow us to add a Marincess monster from our deck to our hand. We can't special summon anything except water monsters now. So we're going to go ahead and grab Blue Tang back to our hand. Then from here, we're going to go ahead and link again with... before we do, we're going to use Blue Tang's effect in order to mill. We have Current, we have Snow, and we have Foolish Burial. I think at this point, Current might be the better option to add to our hand. So we're getting some nice hand advantage there. We're about to get a little more because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to link off. So we're going to link Pascalis into Sea Angel, which will then allow us to grab a Marincess Battle Ocean to our hand. Now we're going to activate that Battle Ocean, right? Because then it allows us to go ahead and equip our link monsters. So Battle Ocean is now activated. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and say that's our field center. Okay, Battle Ocean is now activated. So from here, we can link two. But what we're going to do first is we're going to use Mandarin's effect in order to pull her over here. So let's go ahead and link two. Into Crystal Heart. See, now we're not as susceptible to Nibiru because we can't be affected by card effects now, and that activates in the hand to tribute. I don't know. Actually, I think Nibiru still hits this deck. But check this out. We now have a really strong link 3 into Marble Rock. And remember, with Marble Rock, from here, you can add, you can target one Marincess card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So, what we can do now is go ahead, she's banished. We're going to go ahead and probably add back Pascalis. And the reason being is because now, during turn 3, we'll set our Snow. Look at all the hand advantage we still have. And she's unaffected by card effects because of the link materials we used. So what's going to end up happening, and you're going to use it over here, Battle Ocean is going to activate, and we're going to equip 3 of our link monsters onto Marbled Rock. And by doing that, she gains a lot of attack. So, she gains 600 for each Marincess card equipped to her. And monster you control in the extra monster zone that were linked using the Marincess Crystal Heart as material are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. When you link summon a Marincess monster from your extra deck using... When you link summon a Marincess monster to the extra deck zone, except during the damage step, you can equip 3 Marincess link monsters with different names from your graveyard to where that is. So boom. So now we have something that's unaffected by card effects, and it gained 600 per. So 6, 12, 18. So 1,800 on top of the 25 plus. Does it get another bonus because it's Marincess? Yeah, 200. So it gained 2,000 attack straight up. So it's 4,500 attack. Unaffected by card effects. 1 turn. That was turn 1. That's why I think this deck is so fun. Right? And then we have our Snow down. So if anything happens to our Marincess, like if it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect or battle, I should say, you can inflict damage to it. And because we're running a length 3 or higher, we could actually have kept this in our hand and just played it from our hand. I don't know why I said it, but boom, unaffected by card effects, 4,500 beat stick. Big water monster, go boom. Big water chick, go burr is, I think, what Zach and I had decided to call this deck. So let's go ahead, and that's actually the combo right there. Now you can extend further into your next turn and get into your bubble reef and then just start recycling cards and make it hurt. But this deck is actually fairly consistent with that combo because that's pretty much what you're going to be doing with this deck is get out big water chick and then go burr. And yeah, this is why I think the deck is so fun. It link climbs like crazy. Let's do one more hand because I'm trying not to keep the video too long. But yeah, this deck is so fun. Can it compete? I mean, under the right circumstance, maybe actually. The problem is you have cards like Zeus that really hurt. Okay, so this hand is one of those where it's going to be hard to do much. So, if we were going first with this hand, the thing that you would do is normal summon Mandarin to link her off into Slug. You wouldn't, actually, you could add her to your hand. Just to, no. I would go ahead and just use it as, and then use her effect to summon her back to go into Sea Angel. To go into Sea Angel in order to grab your Battle Ocean. Boom. Activate Battle Ocean. Now, here's the problem. We cannot go any further than Sea Anemone because we only had the Mandarin, which kind of sucks. But that's okay. So what we can do, because Mandarin gave us a free link 2. So we're going to link 2 into Sea Anemone. And remember, she goes ahead and she summons stuff, or she, does she summon or bring stuff back to the hand? So, let's see. Target 1 water monster, 1,500 less attack from the grid. Yeah, and special summon it. So, boom. And then we can special summon Sea Angel, or is she just once per turn? Oh, you can only link summon her once per turn. Okay. So, boom. Summon Sea Angel. No. Summon Blue Slug in order to use Blue Slug's effect to add Sea Angel back to the extra deck. And then, boom. There's a move. Set 3, pass turn. I mean, and you saw all the protection that we had. We had literally all of it. Current, snow, current. We don't control a link 3 or higher. We could have gone into Marble Rock from here, but the problem is all of it's unprotected. But we could have ended on Marble Rock if we wanted to. Now, the good thing is we do have this kaiju in our hand, so if we needed to, we could absolutely, like, let's say someone's got a Zeus or a Dragoon, boom, here's a kaiju. Have fun with that. Let's do one more hand and see what we end up on, because you can consistently land on Marble Rock if you wanted to. I like to have my Marble Rock very protected with Crystal Hearts. I feel like Crystal Heart is super amazing, especially since if you link climb really hard and go for that link 4, you can actually 100% have a big water chick that is unaffected that go burr. All right. All right, let's see what kind of hand we get. Cascade, Seahorse, Underroot, Gammy, and Current. So with Seahorse, she has that clause that is very much, hey, you can special summon yourself to a zone that a link monster points to. The problem is not the same turn that it was sent to the graveyard. So that's the only problem with that. I mean, at that point, it literally is just, Seahorse, set the currents, link into Blue Slug to add back the Seahorse to go ahead and, yeah. Because, yeah, she can't come from your hand. She has to come from the graveyard. But that's okay. It's fairly consistent. And our next turn, Blue Tang. So, I mean, we had some... That would have been an uphill battle. But, to be honest, it would have been a good uphill battle. And it would have been fun. I want to thank you guys so much for waiting. And I want to apologize again. Work has been incredibly crazy. That's the reason why I'm doing both the deck profile and the combo video at the same time. I am so sorry. I will be working on this deck a lot more and putting in better hand traps and probably getting a third Pascalis in here just to see it perform. And I might even throw access code in here right now. But access code currently is in a Thunder Dragon build that I made. Ooh, Thunder Dragons. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry that this video was so long. And forgive my rambling. Have a wonderful day. And follow me on TikTok. I wasn't going to forget.